Hey everybody, Chris here. So we saw an overnight crash in Dogecoin and other cryptos, and stocks are also down pre-market. What's going on? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we were live on Thursday afternoon, watching as the crypto market was tanking. We thought we had some support levels at 30 cents for Doge, as well as other key indicators looking like there may have been a recovery starting, but no, overnight came back down below what we thought was a much longer 29-cent support, and I'll show you that on the chart. But Doge went even lower. Why is all that going on? Let's get into it. We'll talk about the news and the charts. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, right under 29 cents here. Here is the dip we had overnight down to 26.26 cents. Yes, on Thursday we were looking at Dogecoin up here above 30 cents. So during the live stream we had noticed that we had, again, lower lows happening, but it looked like as the afternoon was going into the evening, we had recovery happening with Doge, and I sketched this little line here saying, look, if Doge can at least get back to 34 cents, maybe touch that as resistance, and possibly overnight trade above it, hit it as support, and then move higher, that would be very bullish for Dogecoin. Well, overnight, there was this big sell-off, and we'll talk about all the reasons why in just a minute, but just looking at the charts again, that is how Doge traded. We also had Bitcoin doing the same thing. That's right. This was really more of a Bitcoin sell-off, although, again, whenever prices are going down, Bitcoin goes down a certain percentage. Dogecoin and most alts go down at a higher percentage. And so what does that mean? That means Bitcoin dominance actually went up. That's right. When we have a big crash in the market, Bitcoin dominance goes up. And where did it go to? It went to 60%. That's right. Bitcoin dominance right back to 60%. And look at, since then, since the bottom of the crash, Bitcoin dominance has already dropped back down to 59% as we see alts recovering at a higher percentage than Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin came down to 92,000. And so where is that? So let's zoom out and let's look at the bigger picture. 92,000 is exactly the dip mark on Bitcoin back on the 5th of December. That big leverage flush that we had back then, that was support. And that's exactly where Bitcoin went overnight, back to that same support line. Dogecoin, however, we had recognized that 29 would be a key support line, and that came back all the way to November 10th. On November 10th, we were post-election, we were in a bull run, and then there was a breather right there on Sunday, and we identified the top of that as that gap to fill there between the lowest dips we had around 34 cents all the way down to 29 cents. And so on the live stream, we were saying, hey, that is a good support line if there are further dips. And we weren't too far away from that at 30 cents here. We weren't too far away from that there. But overnight, crashed lower. And where is the point that it crashed lower? It's actually the bottom of that breather. So that breather right there was still the point to look at for the potential dip line where we would find support if the prices continue to move down. So that's where that came from. So what overall is going on? Bitcoin crashes below 100K after the Fed shock. That's right. This again goes back to Jerome Powell and the FOMC meeting, the hawkish rate outlook, fears of inflation. That's where this whole cascading sort of sell-off started, was on Wednesday, continued into Thursday. So the hawkish stance, influenced by anticipated policy changes from the incoming Trump administration, led to a broader sell-off in the market. And then overnight, that was coupled together with this government shutdown looming in the United States. There was one huge bill that the Democrats were pushing, rejected by the Republicans. There was a much smaller, narrow bill that the Republicans pushed that was negated by the Democrats, and so it looks like the United States may be having a government shutdown coming. So all of that is fear in the market. Fear, investors don't like that. So why is the crypto market down? Again, cryptocurrency market down by over $200 billion in the last 24-hour periods, and $600 billion in the week, a significant downtrend caused by all these factors that we just talked about. So that's what's going on. It's the whole market. We saw the entire market drop here. It wasn't just Dogecoin. So those that were saying, oh, Doge is dead, it's like, look at the entire market. It's like everything is down. We look at coin market cap and we see red, just all red, except for the except for the stable coin. You should have been in stable coins for the past week. But no, everything else is red. We've got a few greens here. We've got Hype, for instance, is one that's still green for the week. But it's all red. It's everything. So please don't just blame it on Dogecoin. So overall, the other thing that was interesting is the Bitcoin ETFs. And there was like all of this, like these ETFs are going to be great for crypto. People are going to buy these ETFs, and then that money is just going to sit there, and it's not going to get pulled out. Well, no, yesterday, $671 million. So far, BlackRock hasn't given their number yet of what their outflows were, but I bet that's big as well. So that's the largest single-day outflow we've ever had for the Bitcoin ETFs. So the ETF traders, they're going to follow the market, and if the market's going down, they're going to sell ETFs. So huge outflow there. So that doesn't help either. So we also had over $1.2 billion in liquidations. That's right. We've been talking about this again and again. Every time there are dips, we look at the heat maps and we look at those dollar values where the biggest leverage trades are. We don't know what percentage those leverage trades are at, but we know how many millions of dollars there are at each level. And every time there's one of these dips, it is just huge on the dips. And we can go, before we get to that, we can go and we can look on CoinGlass and we can see, now over last 24 hours, it's $1.4 billion in liquidations across the crypto market. What we see right now, though, is we see these red liquidations. These are shorts. So right, prices are starting to come back up. We have new short, heavy betting on shorting because a lot of these traders think the market is even going to go lower. So they're shorting it while it's already dipped, thinking it's going to go lower. Now the market's starting to recover, and we're seeing a lot of these short trades get liquidated, including Dogecoin, $235,000 Dogecoin trade liquidated. Here's another $342,000 liquidated. So they get them on the longs and then they get them on the shorts going back up. Overall, Dogecoin meme coins fall, yes, at a higher percentage than Bitcoin on the declines. That's what we often see. And usually the memes are the ones that drop harder. And I mean, that's what we saw. Overall, I posted this on X this morning. When we look at the monthly returns, right now, Doge is down 31% for December. But Doge was up 161% in November and 41% in October. So as I said here on X, it's like, we knew this kind of pullback was expected. We just didn't know when, but it's not surprising. Not surprising that happened. So, and I also posted as well, that the chart I just showed about, this target point back here. So be sure to follow me on X. I am at ChrisPax here. And this is where I'm posting when I'm not in the middle of doing a YouTube video or a live stream. So follow me there as well. Overall, the Dogecoin price tumbles. This is what we started looking at yesterday, as well as overnight. And things have gone down even lower, but the broader meme coins, again, is affected. SHIB dropped 23%. Even Bonk had just got listed on Robinhood, and we thought this is going to be a huge pump for Bonk. It got listed at the wrong time. Instead of going up 22%, it went down 22%. So that was tough timing for Bonk getting listed on Robinhood for all you Bonk holders. Intensified volume, trading volume was up over $10 billion. And that's what happens when we see like this cascading prices is trading volume goes up. Even XRP crashes below $2, erasing $24 billion in a day. So XRP, like overnight, just accelerating down. But what do we see as we begin to look at the heat maps again? Now we have all these shorts up here, $20 million in short positions on XRP alone, up to $2.60. So it's huge shorts up here. And is that what we're going to see next, is an acceleration in price up and getting all of these short traders? We're already having the short-term ones, but the longer-term ones that have had short positions open longer, they better be closing their positions because we could be moving up there. Even Cardano, though, 20% price drop. But is this a good opportunity for investors? So we start to turn this around to be more positive, saying, look, this is cryptocurrency. We know there are big dips. We've talked about them during the live streams, and we will again Friday afternoon. So join me on my next live stream, and we'll be looking at this again. The dips that we've had in previous bull markets, are they buying opportunities? Are we buying the dip? That's right. And that's what we typically see is buy the dip. The buy the dip mentions on social media hit an 8-month high. Okay, this goes back to April, right? Because we had a big high at the end of March, and then April with the Bitcoin halving, we saw prices starting to come down, and it was keep calm and buy the dip. So, and I know a lot of you have been talking about continually buying, DCAing, buying on dips. And even if you bought at 30 cents and it came down to 27 cents, you didn't get that. That's okay, because I think long term, I think we're going to be okay. So join on the live stream. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the crash overnight? Were you shaken out? I hope not, because we've been talking all week about this kind of downward action in Doge and what the future possibilities are Doge through the end of the year, up to January 20th, and what's going to happen in the rest of 2025. Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.